Hey, what's up everyone? In this video we're going to be reviewing the brand new Nike Pegasus Shield. Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now this week's a bit of a mini series. We're going to be talking about winter slash weatherized slash waterproof running shoes, because it's that time of year where some of the manufacturers have been dropping these sort of waterproof-ish type shoes of their most popular lines. So for example, we've got the Shield, we've got some stuff from Brooks, Adidas and stuff like that. So I picked a couple of shoes this week that we're going to be going through. I've been running in them, and it's been awesome weather to be running in them because over here in the UK it's been absolutely chucking it down. It's been windy, we've had everything thrown at us, so it's been a great week to test some of these shoes out. But yeah, anyway, so the first shoe we're going to be talking about is the Nike Pegasus Shield. Now this is the 37, this is the new version of the Nike Pegasus Shield. Now if you're new to the channel, never seen anything on this channel before, I'm a big fan of the Nike Pegasus Shield line. I regularly do reviews of them every year, in fact, and this year we've got the 37 back on the channel, so I'm super excited to let you know how I got on with it. So let's get stuck in. Right guys, so the first thing we're going to do is compare the old one versus the new one. This is the old one, 36, this is the 37. Now let me know, which one do you think looks the best? Look, I'm so lazy, these are still laced up. Now this shoe wasn't too bad. I seemed to get it out when it was basically teaming it down. And that's really where I ran it most. I did have a problem with it up to over 20k. It was quite narrow here. Because of this material, it's waterproof material, it just narrowed the footing a bit, and so around the midfoot you'd get a bit of an ache because of this. What's the best way? It was just pulling in. It's just no. Struggling to get my words out, but it's not enough movement in it for me. It just wasn't wide enough. This is quite a narrow shoe anyway, and then to have that made it even narrower. That's what I meant to say. Apologies for my bad speech. But yeah, anyway, this is a UK 9.5 and it's done okay. Yeah, it's been fine. I've got no real complaints about it. I like the reflectiveness of it. But yeah, this shoe really came out when it was absolutely chucking it down. You can still get this shoe, by the way, cheap at the moment. Coming on to the Pegasus 37. In terms of cost, actually, this is £115. Obviously, it's just come out, so I expect it to come down in price. This has got a 10mm drop like the other shoe previously, like the normal version. What else have we got? It's 10mm drop, 24 in the front, 14. It's got a full-length React. You've got the Air Zoom pockets in the front. You've got the Storm, what's it called? Storm tread on the outsole. And now I weighed these on Mrs. Fordy's scales. Whatever you do, don't tell her, because it was her cooking ones, and it was 11.25 ounces, and that's a UK 9.5. Fit-wise, I actually prefer the fit of this than the non-Shield version. They seem to come up wider. I think this is a lot to do with this area here. We'll come on to this in a minute, but they've seemed to have made it wider over the forefoot, which is kind of cool. They've got reflective elements. You've got this sort of protective bit on the front, which is there to stop the sort of water coming in-ish. It's a weatherized material. This is not a waterproof shoe, it's a weatherized material. And what they've done is they've taken it up there, because basically when you go into the puddle, it tends to come up to about there, right? It's a sensible thing to do. So they've sort of pulled it up there. The laces are under there, so you've got like this guard on there. And if you do the Nike by you can remove this, but you've got like this sort of guard on there, which is there to absorb some of the liquid, some of the fluid, or some of the water, whatever mud, rubbish that you're throwing at it while you're running along from going in the shoe. So it's kind of a cool idea actually, and I like it. I like the fact that they put this heel tab on the back here. There seems to be a little bit of a softer foam, and I maybe, you know, my brain just playing tricks on me, but it just seems to be a bit softer around here than the normal version. Like I said a second ago, you've got the React foam, so that's working nice, and you've got the Air Zoom unit as well in there. So the overall ride of it is actually okay. And that's the thing with this shoe. Actually, I'm going to stop myself. Firstly, if you're new to the channel, I absolutely hammered the Nike Pegasus 37. I said that they made a real hash of it, and they really let themselves down. It's the worst 37 that they've made, and I still stand by that. But this version, despite the still quality issues, look at the glue around the front of that. Can you see that? It's probably not coming out in the camera, but again, it looks like it's been glued by a 5-year-old. I understand around the seams where they've tried to minimise it around there, I get that, but around here, it's just terrible. Now, overall, it's actually an improvement over, I think, than the normal version. It just seems a little bit better made, to be honest with you. I don't know whether that's something they've looked at, but yeah, just the overall quality of the shoe does seem an improvement over the Nike Pegasus 37s that I've had. Yours may be absolutely fine, but this seems to be better put together, which is a real positive. Sorry, I totally digress. So, but yeah, I hammered the 37. I said it was too narrow, and it was just, it wasn't anything like the previous versions. But this is okay, you know what? I've been actually pleasantly surprised. I've been enjoying running in it. The Air Zoom units with the React foam's a great combination, but I just really dig the whole shield setup that they've made with the efforts of trying to protect your foot, trying to make it weatherised, trying to keep some of that water out, keep some of that mud and horribleness out of it. The lacing system's fine, it does lock you down. It's that little bit wider than the normal version, so I appreciate that for me with that little bit wider foot. And the materials aren't as like restrictive as the previous version, so again, they've made enhancements in there in terms of the materials they've used. So the overall shoe, I think, is actually better than the 36. So if you're looking at the two, I know this is more money, I would actually go for this version over the other version. The outsole's great. The Storm Tread, I try to clean these up as best I can, but there's still stuff in them. But overall traction, as you'd expect with the Nike Pegasus, is on point. It's really one of the best things about the shoe, and yeah, it's been fantastic. Running it down the canal paths, tow paths, and that lot, especially in the conditions that I've had recently here in the UK, it's been awesome. So yeah, I think, you know what, they haven't done a better job. I was really worried when the shoe was coming out that they would make a right hash of it, but actually, you know what, I've been really pleasantly surprised. So if you're looking for a weatherised running shoe and you're a big fan of Nike Shield, I don't think you're going to be let down with this shoe. Check it out, the Pegasus 37 Shield.